Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark at GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, I got a familiar coffee this morning. Everyone loves it. You'll hear a little bit more about it in just a minute. Hang on. Absolutely fantastic. Once again, we've got Striling breakfast blend. Boy, oh boy, is this a great coffee. Striling makes some great coffee, and we are using the Been There coffee mug from Starbucks, featuring my home state of Ohio. Thanks again to Beth Jones for this really delightful coffee mug. And the reason why we're using the mug is because we want to show you something from Beth Jones, but we also want to share with you an email that JohnShaves 101 sent all the way from England. And he wrote and said, "Hi Mark, I normally listen to the Monday morning mailbag in my van whilst on my rounds. I service and replenish specialist industrial vending machines, but today is another bank holiday. I'm off on full pay and get to watch you on the big screen. I'm a huge fan of Striling coffee, and thanks to a fellow wet shaver, John Luzrarian, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly, John. I got 3 bags and a mug, 3 exclamation points after that. John kindly purchased them for me as Striling doesn't ship coffee outside the USA. I met John in Philly whilst on a trip to New York City last year. I reimbursed John and got my hands on the manna. And I cannot begin to tell you how delighted I am. Striling coffee is, without a doubt, one of the best coffees on the market today. I was so blown away to see we both had a Monday morning mailbag Striling coffee in a Striling coffee mug. I had to get a snap for posterity. See the attached photo. Have a great week, Mark. Keep the Monday morning mailbags coming and have a great week. Well, I'm going to have a great week because you mentioned it twice, John. Thanks very much. And yeah, a great coffee from the folks at Striling. And I'm so glad you were able to get your hands on some during your visit here to the States. That's absolutely wonderful to hear. And stay tuned. We're going to be visiting with John again a little later on in new wet shaving gear. Bet you didn't know that, John. Yeah, surprise. So stay tuned for that. Also, the coffee mug, as I mentioned, is the Been There, the Starbucks Been There coffee mug featuring the state of Ohio. These are great. We'll link to the pages on, or the page where you'll see all of them on Amazon, so you can get your favorite location in the form of a Starbucks Been There coffee mug. And this came courtesy of Beth Jones. And Beth very kindly sent along this photo and wrote, "Good morning, Mark. Thought I would share a family photo. This photo was taken in March 2023 on the front porch steps of our house in Chattanooga, just before we listed it for sale." And that is Beth and Jim with their grandchildren. How about that? What a really wonderful photo. Thanks very much for sending that along and sharing with all of us, Beth. Really do appreciate it. And boy, great to see you this morning. You know what? I forgot to tell you, as we like to say every single morning, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Okay, one more sip. Absolutely fantastic. And hey, if you're taking me along in your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. If you're listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning us in. Really do appreciate that. I'm really excited to be with you because the last 2 Monday morning mailbags were recorded back to back. I was away for 5 days in California for my nephew Tommy's wedding. Tommy and Jacqueline got married on the 11th of March. No, 11th of May. 11th of May. And on the 13th of May, I was in the air on my way home. So I didn't have a chance to use that time from Wednesday the 8th until Monday the 13th to record a Monday morning mailbag, that sort of thing. So I recorded them back to back and scheduled them and that sort of thing. So thanks very much for your patience, especially if you emailed me or messaged me, because I was trying to keep up with most of my messages and emails. But of course, you know, being in California and getting together with family and other festivities, rehearsal dinner, because I did do a reading in the wedding, and the actual wedding, the wedding, the rehearsal dinner, and all that. I got together with everyone, with family and friends. It was great seeing everyone. So yeah, took up a little bit of time here and there, but I did get a chance to do some shaves while I was there. Recorded those. I'm going to be editing those. You probably saw the first one this past Friday, showing you the DOP kits that I took along on this particular trip. So that was a lot of fun. And California was wonderful. It was beautiful. The weather was great. 45% humidity, 70 to 72 degrees, blue skies, sunny, just wonderful, wonderful weather. The wedding was held outside. The reception was outside. Open air, no need for a tent, no bugs at all. That was really something. And they even had a tenor. A tenor went from table to table singing during the dinner. That was a really nice touch.
L'aria fresca, pareggiana festa, che bella cosa una giornata e sole, ma nato sole, più bello in me, o sole mio, fronte a te. O sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te. Ma sole, più bello in me, in fronte a te, o sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te.
So yeah, we had a great time. And at the rehearsal dinner, later on in the evening, they had a churro bar. Churro, this is my first time I ever had churro. And churro is a fried dough stick. I believe churro, the pastry comes from Mexico. Very big in California, the Southwest, from what I understand or from what I've learned. And it is a fried dough stick about so long. And it's covered in like sugar and cinnamon. And then there are fixings at the bar. You can put on whipped cream or chocolate sauce or sprinkles, that sort of thing. Of course, I didn't use the chocolate sauce, but I did use the whipped cream and the sprinkles. And man, I had a boatload of those. Those were really, really good. So it was a great wedding. And the Westlake Village Inn, we were in Westlake Village, California, and we stayed at the Westlake Village Inn and Spa. Really nice property. Here's a diagram of the place right there. Okay, there's like the main lobby there. And I stayed in this building right here. And it was really a terrific place. Nice paths and sidewalks to walk around and kind of see the property. And you can go off property. I took an electric bicycle off property and kind of rode around that area. It was really neat. It's near Thousand Oaks, the Thousand Oaks area. So it was a really nice 5 days in California and a wonderful wedding for Tom and Jacqueline, and a great rehearsal dinner. And before I forget, I have to say that my brother Tom and his wife Lori threw an absolutely marvelous rehearsal dinner. Absolutely fantastic. It was great being a part of it all, being a part of the ceremony, doing a reading, which meant I got to go to the rehearsal dinner, and it was just absolutely great. And it was great seeing family and friends there. And also, Tom and Lori made sure there was a churro bar. So I really enjoyed that. That was an absolute topper to the evening. So fantastic rehearsal dinner thrown by my brother Tom and sister-in-law Lori. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it was just really terrific. My sister-in-law's brothers and their families got an Airbnb. There was a mix-up, and they upgraded him to this $12 million mansion in the Thousand Oaks area. It was absolutely spectacular, but about a dozen people or 15 people, whatever it was, stayed in that place. Really, really neat. We had a cookout there. That was great. So all in all, just a really, really great time. And I had Wi-Fi on the plane. So I was able to catch up on some messages flying there and flying back at about 35,000 feet. That was pretty neat. So all in all, a great, great time. And, met everyone in the wedding party. Speaking of which, one of the members of the wedding party is providing our morning shaving tip this morning. So without further ado, let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's viewer morning shaving tip comes from a member of Tommy and Jackie's wedding party. This gentleman's name is Mitch Brown. I happened to meet him at the rehearsal dinner, and of course, he was in the wedding party and that sort of thing. We had a chance to talk about shaving, and he is a cartridge razor shaver. So this shaving tip involves using a cartridge razor, but hopefully we'll get him to use a safety razor. The best man, Terry, uses a safety razor, and he accidentally, from what I understand, I talked to his wife, from what I understand, he accidentally packed razor blades in his carry-on bag and got flagged. So they pulled those, no harm, no foul. I don't think he had a safety razor in his carry-on bag, or if he did, they didn't take it. I'm not entirely sure. Kind of sketchy because, we were talking to a lot of people at the rehearsal dinner at the wedding and that sort of thing. But that's the way I got it in my brief discussion with Terry's wife. Anyhow, Mitch Brown writes, if you want to make your disposable razor blades last longer, store them upside down in the shower. Razor blades degrade faster because rust iodizes on the blades. If you store them upside down, the water flows off of the blades and they remain sharper longer. So enjoy your Mach 3 for another couple weeks. Mitch Brown. Hey, Mitch, thanks very, very much for that. A very useful tip to those out there who are using cartridge razors. Really do appreciate you passing that along. I believe we got that correct because he grabbed his phone and used a voice to text to make the message right there at the, after the rehearsal dinner where we were talking, and then hit send to my email because I said, hey, send that and I'll use it. So there you go, Mitch. I used it. It was great meeting you and everyone else in the wedding party. So thanks very much for sending along that shaving tip for cartridge razor shavers this morning. And also a reminder to those who use who do the traditional wet shave and use a safety razor blade, make sure you don't rub, but make sure you pat that blade dry and maybe hang it on a magnet, something like that. And in the same way, it should last longer. So, Mitch, thanks again for the shaving tip. And for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just email me a shaving tip. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Mitch, great meeting you, and thanks very, very much for the shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Hey, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Al Spencer. And Al writes, here's a neat way of storing my oils. I'm not using this ceramic Captain's Choice knockoff bowl anymore, and now it's earning its keep. Stay sharp. Al, yeah, in our previous Monday Morning Mailbag, we were talking about these scented oils. Hendrix Classics and Company is very big on these. They make scented oils that you can add to unscented shaving soaps, some of Hendrix Classics and Company's unscented shaving soaps, and that way you can make your own scented shaving soap or your own scented balm, that kind of thing. And if you're looking for a place to store all these vials of scented oil, Well, this is a great way to do it. Just get a shaving bowl that you're not using and just put them in there. You'll have them right there on your counter, and you can use them with your unscented balm or your unscented shaving soap, and have a different scented shaving soap and scented balm for every shave going forward. Really, really terrific way of storing them, Al. Thanks very, very much for sending that along. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, we got a couple of Shave Den visits this morning. And in the opening of the show this morning, I forgot to give you a rundown of what we have scheduled on the show today. I was so excited to be back in front of the microphone here, and really just coming off a really, really terrific California high of visiting everyone out there and just attending a really, really wonderful, wonderful wedding. So I forgot to give you that rundown. So you saw that we already had a great couple of shaving tips, a shaving tip and an extra shaving tip. We got some great Shave Den visits here. We're going to give you an update on the Sterling Soap contest winners. Rod and Mandy of Sterling Soap very, very kindly sponsored a Monday morning mailbag. They gave away Coniferous shave bundles, 2 of them, shave soap and aftershave splash. I wanted to give you an update on who won those. We actually announced the winner while I was on the road in California. That was really kind of neat. I really enjoyed doing that, and I did that without having to do any editing or anything like that. Just grab my phone and just put it on my tripod, my little portable tripod, and just hit record, and there you go. That was a lot of fun. We also have some great refill comments. We've got some great stuff in new wet shaving gear. My gosh, wait until you see what we have. And we even have some overflow for next week too. Well, we'll get to all that. And we also have some really, really nice questions and comments. All right, Shave Den visits this morning. The first one comes from Donald Lyons, and he writes, "Good morning, Mark. Boom, lather." Most shaving bowls on the market today fail to adequately accommodate larger brushes and the copious amounts of uber lather they whip up, a la the Chubby 2 or 3 Badgers. Frustrated, I recently began searching for a bowl that resolved the annoying issues of lather spilling out of the bowl and onto my counter or hands. A larger brush simply needs a larger bowl to do it justice. Well, problem resolved. Check out the attached pictures of the amazing bowl I recently received and love from Symmetrical Pottery out of Jupiter, Florida. It's massive, about 6 inches in diameter and over 3 inches in depth. It's beautiful, a true work of art with off-the-charts craftsmanship. Their customer service is also top shelf. They have a fantastic variety of available sizes and colors, with or without a puck recess spot. With or without a handle. And customers can choose between bowls that are in stock or spec out a custom-made to order item. As good as these bowls look in pictures, they are, without exaggeration, even better in person. Fellow wet shavers can find them on the web at symmetricalpottery.com or visit their store on Etsy. By the way, I am in no way affiliated with the company. Let me read that again. By the way, I am in no way affiliated with the company. I'm a first-time and very happy customer. Get ready for a mountain of lather. May all your shaves be sharp and smooth. Enjoy your day. Best regards, Don Lyons. Don, thanks very, very much for sharing your latest acquisition in your shave den. Looks absolutely beautiful and spectacular. Symmetrical Pottery. Yep. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shaving bowls from those folks over there. Really, really do appreciate you sending that along. So thank you very, very much for that. And of course, we're very, very familiar with Symmetrical Pottery because Beth Jones very kindly sent along the Starry Night Lathering Bowl to the channel. I love this bowl. I know exactly what you mean in regards to craftsmanship and its top shelf quality. Beth also donated a Starry Night Lathering Bowl for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway we had just a while ago, and someone, I can't remember who, won that bowl. And yeah, their bowls were absolutely fantastic. This makes heaps and heaps of lather. So yeah, enjoy the Symmetrical Pottery lathering bowl because yeah, they are very, very well made. Works of art, wonderful craftsmanship. And the colors pop. And I agree with you. You got to see it in person in order to appreciate it. So thanks very, very much for that, Don. Really, really do appreciate it. Mark Bagwell checked in and wrote, he's got this as a shave den visit here. Here it is right here. Check this out. A vintage 1946 or 1947 Gillette Aristocrat replated in two-tone color theme that Razor Emporium has dubbed the Prospector. It's rhodium and gold. And as Mark writes here, rhodium and gold never look so good. Yeah, Razor Emporium does an absolutely marvelous job in upgrading your vintage Gillette razors. Absolutely fantastic. The rhodium and gold look absolutely beautiful. It's called Prospector. So if you happen to have a vintage Slim or a vintage Fat Boy and are looking to get it tuned up or replated, check out Razor Emporium services. You can go right to their webpage. We'll link to that service page where you can get all that information. Just plug in the kind of razor you have, the kind of plating that you want. Everything is absolutely wonderfully detailed, very easy to follow instructions on how to get your razor tuned and replated. And they have services such as tuning only or tuning and replating. And they go through the whole process. They explain everything on how it's done. And you can get, if you have a Fat Boy or a Slim, and you get and you select the Prospector option, you can get an absolutely gorgeous razor, similar to what Mark Bagwell is showing us right here. Yeah, Razor Emporium does a great, great job. And Mark, thanks very, very much for sending along that wonderful video of your Gillette Aristocrat replated in the Prospector theme, rhodium and gold. My gosh, that's absolutely fantastic. Gentlemen, thanks very, very much for sharing your latest Shave Den acquisitions with all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and now right here on YouTube. Well, as you may know, in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag, we had a giveaway which was sponsored by Rod and Mandy of Sterling Soap Company. Up for grabs were 2 shave bundles of Coniferous shave soap with a matching aftershave splash, and 2 of those were being given away. So there were 2 lucky winners that Rod and Mandy selected. And again, as I mentioned, we broadcast those winners on Saturday from California. And those 2 winners were DeRosa Lawyers and Nuke Driver. Now, we already heard from DeRosa Lawyers. That is Dina DeRosa out of Australia. So he will be getting the aftershave balm substituted for the aftershave splash because alcohol cannot be shipped outside of the United States. So Dina DeRosa is getting Coniferous he's getting Coniferous shave soap and Coniferous aftershave balm. Now I have yet to hear from Nuke Driver. So Nuke Driver, you are the second winner. So hopefully by the time this airs, we will have heard from you. If not, I hope you tuned in because you're the winner of that second Coniferous shave bundle, a shave soap and aftershave splash. Coniferous shave soap and Coniferous aftershave splash. So please email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and I will forward your shipping information to Rod and Mandy, who will then ship your prize directly to you. So congratulations to our 2 winners, DeRosa Lawyers and Nuke Driver. DeRosa Lawyers contacted us and his winnings are on the way. Nuke Driver, please email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com your shipping information so I can get that to Rod and Mandy and they can send you your Coniferous shave soap and Coniferous aftershave splash. And again, a big, big thank you to Rod and Mandy and everyone at Sterling Soap Company for very kindly sponsoring the Monday Morning Mailbag with this giveaway. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that is absolutely terrific. Once again, from Striling Breakfast Blend. And as you can see, it's smooth and balanced. The medium roast, absolutely, really, really terrific, smooth cup of coffee. Very well balanced. Like this one a lot. So give it a go. Get up to Striling Roastery and check out their breakfast blend coffee. It really is very, very terrific. And my thanks again to Mark Bagwell for sending along the Striling coffees. And also, he sent along a Striling coffee mug. But this morning, we're using the Beth Jones Been There, Ohio coffee mug. Thanks again, Beth. Really, really do appreciate it. Hang on, one more sip. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And my thanks to everyone out there again for your patience in allowing me to get back up to speed with replying to your emails and messages. It was a great trip, and I tried to keep up with answering some of these things kind of on the fly, but I knew that I was going to probably have to do the bulk of that when I got back. And again, did the Monday morning mailbags back to back so that when I was in the air on the 13th, that Monday morning mailbag was going to be in place and airing. And I was able to, again, we had Wi-Fi on the plane, which was really neat. And I was able to check out when the video launched and answer some answer some messages and some comments and that sort of thing. That was really a lot of fun. So yeah, just trying to get caught up. So thanks to everyone for your patience. I'm getting back in the groove. I'm really, really happy to be back in front of the microphone. And it's just great to be with everyone this morning. So thank you all very, very much. Hey, we got some great comments in refill. We're going to kick it off with something from Jim from Northfield. And he writes, "Hey, Mark, I received info regarding Timeless Razor. They are located in North Royalton, Ohio. They are moving into a new building in a month or so. They will be having a storefront. They are only 15 to 20 minutes from me. Can't wait to visit it. David from Ohio Shaves will be doing a video tour when it is completed. Jim from Northfield. Hey, that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get over there myself and check it out. So thanks very, very much for that, Jim. Really, really do appreciate it. Yeah, Timeless Razors, absolutely fantastic razors. And yeah, guys there are really, really wonderful, and they make a fantastic razor. I recommend the bronze razor. The titanium, the titanium slim is also very, very good. You know what? You can't go wrong with any of the razors they have up there. We'll have a link below to Timeless Razor so you can check out all that they offer there. Really, really terrific. And having a storefront, wow, that is exciting. I did not know that. So Jim, thanks for the heads up on that. Really, really do appreciate it. Chris Borob wrote, great review of the meetup. So good to meet you. The Leaf was my second razor after my Henson. Really love this razor. I find it to be pretty mild and usually like a mild razor. So I hope you will find it milder with subsequent shaves. It is actually one of the few razors that for me can tame the feather blade quite effectively. Well, we had a shave with the twig razor that Bill Murphy very, very kindly sent along to the channel, and I was really, really impressed with the twig razor. And we will have more on the leaf razor later on in the show. Yeah, surprise. So thanks very much for that, Chris. Really, really do appreciate it. Robert Ross wrote, Mully's video was hilarious. Well, this was in regards to Mully's video. Colonel Mully, all the way from Japan, he did a shave, built a lather rather, with a toothpick, putting a toothpick into some shaving cream and was able to build a wonderful lather. Anyhow, Robert wrote, Mully's video was hilarious. His new nickname is Toothpick Mully. He does prove that a little goes a long way when it comes to making a lather. The only problem with Mully's comparison is that he uses a shaving cream, whereas I used shaving soaps. So you could say he's the winner in the shaving cream category, and I win in the shave soap category. We're both winners because we don't waste product. I challenge any of Mark's subscribers to do a 3-pass shave with 1/32 teaspoon of shave soap and 1 1/4 teaspoon of distilled water. If you can do it with less shave soap, you are the new champion. Well, hey, that's the gauntlet's been thrown down, folks. So if you're able to do something like that, or even with less, hey, let us know. Shoot a little video of it, and let's see if you're able to take up that challenge. That's great. So thanks very much for that, Robert. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Molly Shaves wrote back, thanks for including my video, Mark. I saw Bob's video with the tiny spoon, and it got me thinking, haha. Using this method, a tub of Taylor of Old Bond Street should be able to be passed down to your grandchildren. Ha ha. Have a great week, sir. Hey, Molly, thanks again very, very much for that. It was a really, really wonderful video. And if you missed it, it's in a previous Monday morning mailbag. I think it goes back 2 weeks. I'm not entirely sure, but it was an absolutely fantastic, fantastic video. So thanks again, Molly. And once again, thanks again to Robert Ross. Bart Buzz, who I believe is Bart Bartlett, wrote, another good show, Mark. When it comes to synthetic brushes, the only difference I notice when lathering is in the size of the knot. I prefer smaller knots, like on my Simpson T2 and Yaki Familia. And for me, a tuxedo knot works the same as all my others. I'm with Mully on the amount of soap and or cream needed to make enough lather. I have used 1/8 of a teaspoon of product to make ample lather for 3 passes plus pickups. But like most of us, I have so many tubs and tubes of soap and cream that using a toothpick or 1/8 teaspoon would mean I'd never need to buy more. And that's no fun. Have a great week. Bart Bartlett, a.k.a. Bart Buzz. Hey, thanks for that little bit of information, Bart, that I got your name right, Bart Bartlett. That's absolutely great. So Bart Bartlett, Bart Buzz. And I agree with you. With all the shave soaps and the shave creams that most of us have in our shave dens, get that brush and get a good healthy load and just load away. Use that soap because the quicker you go through it, the quicker you'll be able to buy a new shave soap and a new scent and a new shave soap. Absolutely. So thanks again, Bart, for that comment. The one Baba wrote, Mark, if you have never tried the Leaf 3-blade razor, it is a phenomenally great head shaver. It's my go-to for head shaving, and I use Wizametz in all 3 slots. You can go with 1, 2, or 3 blades. I just prefer all 3. Seriously great for head shaving. Hey, Baba, thanks very, very much for that. And again, this is a little bit of preview of what we will be talking about in a new wet shave gear. Yeah, I'm a little excited about it. I really am. And we'll talk more about that very, very soon in new wet shaving gear. Hey, Rick Festa checked in. So again, one Baba, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that. Hey, Rick Festa checked in and said, I have a very tough, coarse beard hair type. Although feather blades are sharp, Kai blades are sharper, plus no glue tabs. How about that? And well, we got a reply here regarding that from Mully Shaves, and he wrote, only problem with Kai is that they are way expensive. Well, we're going to have to go ahead and get a price on Kai razor blades here because I really haven't looked at the price of those. And if anyone knows where you can get a really good deal on Kai razor blades, comment below, let us know, and we'll provide a link to all the viewers out there. But yeah, feather blades are sharp. This is that. I guess you could say that ongoing discussion, which is sharper, feather or Kai, and it seems to me that a lot of viewers out there are leaning towards Kai, that they seem to find the Kai blades to be sharper and also a bit smoother than the feather blades. But you know what? As we say here in the wet shaving world, your mileage may vary. Your face, your rules, whatever works for you, that's what you should go with. So try them both and decide for yourself which one works best for you. But Rick, thanks very much for the input on Kai blades as they compare to feather blades. I think that's going to be very, very helpful to some viewers out there who have not tried either. And Mully, thanks for the update on the expense on Kai blades. And again, folks, if you know of Kai razor blades at a good price point, please comment below and let us know. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Mark Bagwell sent along this review of a gem of a shaving brush by Peter Wolf at Wolf Whiskers. And Mark writes, this handle shape is called the Aquinas, A-Q-U-I-N-A-S, Aquinas. I love the size and shape, and the color is a one-off combination of neon green, black, and white swirl. Then Peter loaded the brush with a 25mm Timberwolf synthetic bulb knot that can only be described as a lather monster. You can see by looking at the brush that Peter Wolf is a master craftsman, and the love he has for his craft comes alive in every brush he makes. You can't go wrong with a Wolf Whiskers brush. Wow, Mark, thanks very, very much for that review of an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. Again, folks, the Wolf Whiskers shaving brush that are crafted by Peter Wolf are really, really prized in the wet shaving community. Get on his waiting list so you can get one. They are absolutely spectacular. And as Mark says, that Timberwolf, that 25mm Timberwolf synthetic bulb knot is a lather monster. So check that out for your next Wolf Whiskers shaving brush. Absolutely fantastic. Mark, thanks again for a really, really terrific review. Folks, once more, we'll have a link to Wolf Whiskers below where you can get on the waiting list so you can get an original Wolf Whiskers shaving brush for your shaving den. Mark, thanks again very, very much. Well, while I was away in California, my neighbors, Derek and Carrie, very kindly collected my mail every day. And when I returned home, they said, yeah, Mark, we got your mail. You got a package over here. So when I went to get my mail and the package, I was really surprised by the package. I opened it up and it was from the folks at Pearl Shaving. And they sent along some really, really beautiful shaving gear that we will be sharing with you today and in the Monday morning mailbags to come, because there is some really wonderful shaving gear. And rather than give you a brief overview of everything here and maybe miss something or not give you the details on everything that we have here, we're going to kind of break it down into today's show, next week's show, and even the show after that, because there's some really, really wonderful, wonderful shaving gear here that we want to highlight for you. And I've got some items set aside here that I'm really excited to show you, and I have had a chance to test drive them, and I'm also going to do a review on some of the items here that I'm showing you here today. So let's kick it off with some of the shaving soaps that Pearl Shaving is offering, and they have some really, really nice shaving soap. First up is this one called Coffee OP, Coffee OP right here. And this is terrific. This is a mild coffee with citrus scent. Let me show it to you right here. Okay, there it is right there, brand new. And it is it does have a coffee scent with a little bit of a mild citrus note in the background. Yeah, very, very nice. And I'm expecting it to bloom a little bit when we get it wet and actually build a lather and that sort of thing. Really, really neat coffee scent. Not overly bold, rather mild, a little bit of citrus note in the background. And I think it's going to bloom a little bit, so to speak, with a little bit of water, a little bit of brush action. Really looking forward to using this one. The other one they have here is called Shaver's Spirit, right here. Yeah, how about that? And they describe this as denim. I'm getting actually a fresh scent from this. This is a really nice, fresh scent. This is kind of like fresh spring day sheets blowing on the clothesline, kind of fresh. Yeah, this is a nice one. This is really, really good. Again, it's called Shaver's Spirit. Yeah, really, really terrific. Looking forward to using that one and reviewing it. This one is called Sunrise Bliss. Now, they describe this as Mont Blanc, and I believe this is, by that, I believe they mean that it is an homage to the Mont Blanc cologne scent. And you can see it's sealed up here. Now, I did sneak a scent of it earlier. And let me see where I opened it up. Yeah, I opened it up right here. There it is, right there. I did sneak a scent of it. And here it is right here. This is a this is hard. This is nice and hard. Check that out. Huh? Yeah. And as we mentioned earlier in the show, the JohnShaves 101 channel figures into this whole discussion of Sunrise Bliss because JohnShaves actually did a shave with Sunrise Bliss. We're going to link his video below so you can get over there and check it out. Again, JohnShaves 101 has a shave with Pearl Shaving's Sunrise Bliss. We'll link it below so you can check it out. Yeah, it does have a cologne profile to it. Yeah, that's nice. Now, it's mild right now, but I'm expecting this to really explode in scent once it's wet and you build a lather. That's what I'm anticipating. And let me show you, before I forget, let me show you I like the plastic lids that come on the smaller tubs. Okay, this one is rather hard too. Yeah, they're all a harder soap. They're not in the crope category. So it looks like they're going to last a good long time. And this one is a little softer. This one's a little softer. And you know what? We'll see when we get them in the shave den and when we use them. So really, my thanks to the folks at Pearl Shaving for sending along Coffee Op or Coffee OP. This one, again, is Shaver's Spirit. Boy, that's a nice fresh scent. And, of course, Sunrise Bliss, which is an homage to Mont Blanc or similar to Mont Blanc. A really nice cologne-like scent. So thanks very, very much to them for sending those along. Also, razors. Let me show you these 3 razors so that, and we have others to show you, but let me show you these 3 this week because these are really, really, really nice. So let me show you this open comb razor here. They got we got an open comb and a closed comb razor. Let me show you both of these. Okay, here is the open comb razor. And I'm gonna take it out of this tray here so I'm not capping the base plate. Beautifully, 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 beautifully plated. This is the wine plating, and it has a really nice slender handle. And of course, it comes with blades. Let me show you the blades right there. Okay, and let me just pop this out. Here is the handle. Really nice slender handle with some really, really nice tight knurling, and it just goes together like this. So very, very nicely. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Really looking forward to reviewing this. Love the wine plating on this. Absolutely, really it just pops. It really is beautiful. And again, I like the knurling and I like the channeling they have here on the neck and also on the bottom towards the back end of the knob here on the handle. And that tight knurling. It looks like it's going to provide a really, really nice grip, and it just feels great in the hand. Really nice heft, really good balance, and again, comes at a nice price point. Really, really terrific. I think this is less than $15, less than $20 at least, just in looking at some of this information that they sent along. So that's really, really wonderful. And they also have it in an open comb version right there. You can see that right there. We'll open that up later, but you can see the open comb and the same kind of knurling on the handle. So they got an open comb and a closed comb version of handles in this style, of razors in this style here. Really, really terrific. So that's absolutely wonderful. They also have, let me show you this. I'm really excited to show this to you. This is fantastic. This is, make sure I got it here. Aha, here it is right here. This is the Pearl Slant Safety Razor. Boy, here's the box for it here. Now, in this particular box, and all of these come with, all this gear comes with a Pearl shaving guide, which is really nice. They tell you how to build a lather or use a brush, that sort of thing. Really, really terrific. And again, when it's boxed in one of these boxes, they give you blades and they also give you a really nice polishing cloth. Let me show you that. That's really terrific. A polishing cloth. We won't open that up too much though. And for this particular razor, they give you tips for using a slant razor right there, like that, which is really nice and helpful. Mastering precision on the back of it. Again, great information for anyone who is new to the traditional wet shave using a safety razor or using a slant razor. Now, here's the razor right here. Check that out. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Look at that. Stainless steel handle, 3/16 stainless steel handle right there. And it has a beautiful slant razor head. I used this yesterday. What a marvelous shave I got. I'm going to be doing a review on this. I haven't shaved yet, so I'm thinking about doing a review either after the show or tomorrow, so I have 2 days worth of beard growth, perhaps, because this really did a spectacular job. It was so smooth, really, really wonderful. And what's nice is it comes with an O-ring installed right there. Can you see that O-ring right there, that buffer ring right there? Okay, and it goes together so nicely. This is so precisely made. Check out the handle. Really different kind of knurling design. These patterns in here really provide a nice grip, and it has some kind of channeling or ribbing right here in the center of the handle. Just really, it feels terrific. I mean, beautiful, beautiful weight. And the plating on this is just beautiful. It's a nice matte plating. And again, check out the base plate there. And it just goes together so nicely. And they also have little hashtags. Hashtag there on the cap, and also a hashtag right there on the base plate, okay? So that you know how the razor head goes together. So you can put it together like this. How about that? Isn't that a nice touch? That's a really, really nice touch. And the other thing that is really, really nice is they included extra buffer rings. How about that? That is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful touch. As you know, we've got the Goodfellas Smile Syntesi razor that has a specific kind of buffer ring, and I sure wish they would have included more buffer rings with that razor. This is such a nice touch to have those extra buffer rings there. And again, it just goes together so well. Look at how that, just so wonderful. And you can snug it up on that buffer ring, and they recommend using the buffer ring with this razor. And I can understand why. It just seems to snug up so well, and the actual material of the buffer ring is a little more pliable. It really allows you to snug that up and kind of hug. The handle kind of hugs the base plate, and it really stays quite solid throughout the shave. So I'm really looking forward to shaving with this, doing a review. I've already shaved with it. It was marvelous. Absolutely wonderful. Mild, smooth, very efficient. 2-pass BBS shave with 1 day's worth of beard growth. An absolutely marvelous, marvelous razor. And we also have some other razors to show you. We'll show those to you next week. I don't want to overwhelm you too much. But boy, oh boy, they're knocking it out of the park. And again, when I was in California, I used the L55 razor for my shaves. Just absolutely wonderful, wonderful razor. And any of these razors promises to have the same kind of shave. Again, perfect for home or travel because of its quality, because of the mild shave that it offers, and the price point. Absolutely fantastic. And I've said before that these are great because they come in less than $20, and if you lose it, you can buy another one. You know what? I'll be perfectly honest with you. I did not want to misplace this or lose this. I wanted to make sure that this razor made it home with me. I love the L55. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm glad. I certainly did remember to bring it home. Absolutely fantastic. Let me show you a couple of other things that they sent along very, very kindly. They also sent along an alum block right there. And this is terrific. Very nice travel case right there, and a nice sized alum block. I'm looking forward to using this too. I think the shave review we're going to do is going to be an all pearl shaving shave review, and I'll show you 2 other items which will fall into that shave. So there it is, nicely sealed up in some plastic wrap here. We'll open this up for our shave. Looks like a really, really nice alum block. And again, good for home, good for travel, right there like that. Nice travel case. So that's a really, really terrific item. And they also sent along thank you card and how you can also leave a review, that kind of thing. Really, really nice touch there. And I got 2 more items to show you and then more to show you next week. But I wanted to highlight these items and kind of get the ball rolling on this. Here is an absolutely beautiful shaving bowl from the folks at Pearl. Check that out. Not only is a shaving bowl, but it also has this handle rest for your shaving brush and also an opening here for your razor. How about that? And they also sent along their zebra handled shaving brush. Now this is really wonderful. It comes in this box right here. It was very tightly packed in this box. So if you do get this, open on both sides and push it through. Don't grab it by the hair knot. Just push it through the bottom and it'll come right out. But it is very tightly packed for shipping purposes, I would assume. But it came through in very, very good condition. This is uber soft. This is really uber soft. And it has moderate backbone, so it's very good for face lathering or bowl lathering. I really enjoyed using this brush. It was absolutely fantastic. And I used the brush with this shaving bowl. Now you'll notice that the rest here is kind of cut into the bowl. Some rests are cut where you have where the rest is a little higher than the rim of the bowl. This one is kind of cut in there, so you'll get a little bit of spillover of lather. But if you're making heaps of lather, I mean, it's inconsequential, really. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But it does sit very, very nicely there, like that, in the bowl. And after my shave with these items, I was able to rest the shaving brush there and also take the razor and place it in there like that. So then I had both of these items sitting on my counter drying out. How about that, huh? Absolutely fantastic. A really, really nice lathering bowl that nice size for the shave den, but also something that you could very easily take along with you on a road trip, a weekend getaway if you're driving someplace. I'm not so sure about air travel. I guess you could probably pack it in your checked luggage if you want to, because I did take the Phoenix Shaving travel scuttle, and that's no more larger than this, about the same size, maybe a little larger. So yeah, that would work very, very nicely. But looks like it's high impact plastic, has a great pattern in the bottom there to make heaps and heaps of lather, and some ribbing on the side here that also comes into play to create a lather. So I really liked it a lot. I ended up holding it like this to build my lather. I suppose you could hold it right here like this, in this manner here to make a lather, or like this, however you find your comfort handle, so to speak. But yeah, this was terrific, and I like the design to hold not only a brush but a razor, so things will dry out nicely after your shave. So you know what? You could probably take this brush and one of their razors, the slant razor, or perhaps even their open comb or closed comb razor, and that handle fits in there very, very nicely. How about that? Yeah, absolutely fantastic, fantastic item. So that's kind of an overview of what we have so far from the folks at Pearl Shaving. One other item, I'll show you these, and we'll talk about these a little more next week. They also sent along some shaving cream in a pump bottle and some post-shave balm. I haven't had a chance to sample the scents of these. You can see they're still wrapped up, but I want to review these and get an idea of what the scent is like, but just know that they also have these available on Amazon. So we will have a link to everything below in the description, and even some items that we have yet to talk about, some other things that we have here that are just equally wonderful. So look for that next week. We'll talk about more Pearl Shaving items, so stay tuned for that. My thanks to everyone at Pearl Shaving for sending along some really, really wonderful items and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. We're going to get reviews done on these, and I think the first review I'm going to do, absolutely the first review I'm going to do, is going to be this slant razor, because this really did give an absolutely spectacular shave, and we will be using one of the shave soaps, the shave bowl, the shave brush, the alum block, and maybe even the post-shave balm. We'll use that. I mean, we've got it. Why not? So again, my thanks to the folks at Pearl Shaving for very kindly sending these along to the the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. Really do appreciate it. We'll show you more next week, and we'll start getting some reviews on this. So thanks again to everyone at Pearl Shaving. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, earlier in the show, we mentioned that a new razor arrived in the Shave Den, and it came courtesy of viewer Aaron Watson. Aaron, thank you very, very much. Here it is, folks, the Leaf Razor. And again, a big, big thank you to Aaron Watson for very kindly sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. And yes, I've had a head shave with it. I shot the review, and this was spectacular. Absolutely fantastic. Now, it's going to take me a few more shaves to really understand how this pivoting head works, and just kind of using pressure with it, that sort of thing. It was great on the sides and in the back and on the back of the neck. Really, really terrific. On the top of my head, and you'll see this in the review, on the top of my head, I wasn't using as much pressure as I should because the top of my head, the skin up there is a little thinner, so I was a little more cautious. Now that I understand it, I understand that I can use a little more pressure and press down a little bit more on the top of my head there. But I was a little cautious and was kind of sliding over a little bit on the top of my head. So I would say probably another shave or two, and I should really have the technique down in regards to the pivoting head and the amount of pressure I should use, especially on the top of the head. However, it did a spectacular job at delivering a head shave. Really, really remarkable. And again, let me show you a few of the features here. First of all, it is absolutely beautifully, beautifully plated. You have 3 trays or 3 base plates, so to speak, where you can load a single edge razor blade. And we use the Leaf razor blades, single edge razor blades that came courtesy of viewer Bill Murphy. Those came with the twig. Thank you again very, very much, Bill. Really do appreciate it. Now, there is a thumb screw on the back here that you can loosen up like that, and you get these plates just open up, 1, 2, and 3. This is just absolute genius. And these base plates here are magnetized. So the blade sits in there due to the magnetized base plate, so to speak, so that you can put in your single edge blade there and then flop down the next base plate, which is magnetized, and put a blade there, and then flop down the next one, which is magnetized, and put the blade there. Perfect alignment every single time. There's no fumbling with the blade at all. It just sits in there. It hits the rests perfectly on that magnetic base plate, so to speak, holds those blades, all 3 of them, in place. And again, you get the cap on top like that, and then all you have to do is just push that little thumb screw up there like that, and then tighten everything down, and everything is nice and secure. And it just delivers a beautiful, beautiful shave. This is genius. And again, the pivoting head is very, very nice. Feels great in the hand. I like the little bit of knurling that it has here on the handle, on either side of the handle here. That came into play very, 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 very nicely. It was a nice grip. It didn't slip up in my hand at all. And again, I used it for a head shave, and it was absolutely marvelous. And normally, I'm doing 2 passes and a touch-up. Well, I can tell you right now, after 2 passes, the shave was done. And I may have done a little bit of touch-up during that second pass, but I got to tell you, this was an absolutely fantastic performing razor for a head shave. Again, we're going to get that video review edited and get it posted as soon as possible. I'm still catching up after 5 days in California, so I appreciate your patience. But this was really, really terrific. Just very, very grateful to Aaron Watson for sending along this razor, because a lot of viewers out there have just spoken so highly of the Leaf razor and also the Leaf twig razor. And, thank you all very, very much for your kind support of the channel and sending these along. Bill Murphy sent the twig. Bill, thank you very, very much. And I was able to shave with that and allow and it allowed me to share it with all the viewers out there. And that's a terrific, terrific single edge razor. It really is great. And this leaf razor, boy, this was great for head shaves. And again, as mentioned earlier, you can install 1, 2, or 3 blades, whatever you want, in that razor head there, and you're going to get a great shave. And this falls into my rule of 3 blades or less when it comes to cartridge razors. So I can use 3 blades, 2 blades, or 1 blade to get a really, really nice head shave. So this looks like a new favorite for doing head shaves. And the amount of growth that I had after 2 days is very, very consistent with some of the other great safety razors that I've used. In other words, it didn't grow back as quickly as, say, an electric razor or a cartridge razor. I've often commented that safety razors seem to give me a closer head shave that lasts longer, and the leaf razor falls into that category. It gave me a close shave that lasted longer. So I'm looking forward to the next head shave, either this evening after I'm done doing this, or tomorrow, or sometime. But going to get the review done and get it posted. Really, really terrific, terrific razor. Check it out. We'll have a link below. This really is a marvelous, marvelous razor. So my thanks to Aaron Watson for very, very kindly passing this along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. And thanks to all the viewers out there for your encouraging words and endorsement of the leaf razor. You were absolutely correct and spot on. A really, really marvelous, marvelous razor. Aaron, thank you very much. And again, thanks to all the viewers for your endorsement of the leaf razor. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Viewer Robert Ross sent along the following email, and the subject heading reads, Feather Blades Revisited. I first tried feather blades many months ago and found that although I got the closest shave ever, they left my neck feeling a little raw. Since that time, I have made 2 significant changes to my shave routine. First, I now do only 2 passes on my neck. First pass with the grain, second pass against the grain at a 45-degree angle towards the center. Second, I now reapply pre-shave on my neck twice to my neck only. Once before my first pass and again prior to my second pass. I, of course, paint on lather over top of the pre-shave. I tried both the aforementioned changes during my shave with a feather, and it made a huge difference. The added slickness of the pre-shave combined with only shaving my neck twice resulted in no neck irritation. Give it a try if you suffer from neck irritation. Cheers, Bob Ross. Hey, Bob, thanks very, very much for this, because we talked about Kai blades versus feather blades earlier in the show. And again, feather blade, Kai blade, your mileage may vary. But also this reminds us of doing proper shave prep with a pre-shave. And there's no rule that says you can't apply a pre-shave in between passes. That's a very, very good strategy. And it also reminds me once again to mention the one blade element razor that uses a feather single edge blade. The feather blades I approach with a little bit of trepidation and a little bit of caution, but in the one blade razor, I have no fear of a feather blade at all. It just is a marvelous, marvelous, smooth performing razor. And again, it's a single edge razor with a pivoting head, and it just did a marvelous job. We have reviewed this. We're going to be editing that review. I appreciate your patience again after getting home and getting back in the groove of doing reviews and that sort of thing. And this was absolutely a marvelous, marvelous razor. And again, the feather blades, I feel no fear in using a feather blade in this razor. And here it is right here. It's a single edge blade. And again, it loads from the back. Here, I'll just show you right here. You just get everything lined up like that very, very nicely, okay, like that. Then all you do is just push it forward, and it clicks in place like that, and you're good to go. Absolutely spectacular razor system. And again, as long as you hold those faces of the cap, so to speak, and the base plate against your face, and just go ahead and shave and allow that pivoting head to engage, you're getting a really, really smooth shave with a feather blade. So you got two options now. If you want to use a feather blade, and like Bob, you find that you have you get a little bit of irritation from using a feather blade because you get a close shave, but they're a little overly sharp. Whatever the reason is, try his routine. Do 2 passes only, and use a pre-shave in between passes to add a little bit of slickness to your shaving pass. And if you so feel, go ahead and get a one-blade element. This makes a great gift for dads and grads, and also a great gift for you in your shave den. Wonderful all-metal construction. Comes in at a nice price point of less than $80. And we did a review with it, and it delivers an absolutely smooth BBS shave. The shave was done after 2 passes. As I recall, I did a 3rd pass against the grain because I was enjoying it so much, if I recall correctly. But you know what? This was really a terrific, terrific razor. And again, feather blades, the only razor where I don't fear using a feather blade because it's so smooth. So Bob, thanks very, very much for the helpful shave tip routine in using a feather blade and doing the proper prep during the shave. Really do appreciate that. It also reminded me to once again mention the one blade element razor that uses a feather blade, and look for the review. We'll have it posted hopefully sooner than later. So thanks again, Robert. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Greg sent along this email, and the subject heading reads, Old Spice aftershaves I bet you haven't seen. And he writes, Mark, when it comes to Old Spice, the first aftershave that comes to mind is, well, the original. But being a bit of an internet sleuth, I got to wondering if anything else existed. So after some time and trial and error, I present to you and the rest of the Monday Morning Mailbag viewers 2 of my favorite Old Spice aftershaves. Number 1, Schulten Old Spice White Water from 1999. A fresh aquatic take on the classic barbershop DNA. This is by far the best Old Spice scent to come out of the 90s. Number 2, Old Spice Champion from Poland. This is described as the scent of fresh air, and let me tell you, that is spot on. Champion is a modern classic, and it's a shame this version of it is not widely available. This is on Amazon for $23, which I assume means it's been discontinued. I didn't pay over $10 last year, so it might be a get it while you can situation. Have you heard of these, Mark? P.S. They are both glass bottles. Well, Greg, thanks very much for sending this along. It sounds absolutely wonderful. Now, the Old Spice that I have came courtesy of viewer Abane Samant. Abane, thank you again very, very much. This comes in a glass bottle out of India, and many wet shavers out there say that this is spot on. Oh yeah, the classic Old Spice scent of yesteryear. It really is marvelous. And again, if you're looking for a classic Old Spice scent in a glass bottle, check out this Old Spice from India. And I believe you can get this on eBay. I believe that's where Abane acquired it, and really is terrific. Thanks again to Abane very, very much. And thank you, Greg, for 2 other choices in the Old Spice line. Again, White Water from 1999, and as he says, the best Old Spice scent to come out of the 90s. And Champion from Poland, a more recent Old Spice that he purchased last year. And the price seems to be going up, and you might be correct. It might be discontinued. I hope not. I hope it's available at a better price point. If anyone out there knows of Champion, Old Spice Champion out of Poland at a better price point, please contact me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll post those links or provide the links in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. But this is absolutely great, and both of them are in glass bottles. That's marvelous. So my thanks to Greg for sending along some great information on two great Old Spice aftershave splashes, Whitewater and Champion. Thanks again, Greg. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have an email from a new viewer, a new listener, and also a gentleman who is new to the traditional wet shave. This comes from viewer Brock Bebermeyer. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's spelled Bebermeyer. Brock Bebermeyer. Brock, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Anyhow, he writes, new listener here and a great podcast. Thanks very much, Brock. I really do appreciate that. I'm trying out wet shaving for the very first time and wondering if you could share your history or backstory on how you got into wet shaving. Also, if you have any recommendations on other brands I should try, or should I stick with Striling for a while? They seem to have so many scents though, I just don't know where to start. Here is my initial purchase. Rockwell 6S, Striling Shaving Soap, Executive Man, Rockwell Aftershave Barbershop Balm, Simpson T3 Synthetic Brush. Thanks, Brock. Hey, Brock, first of all, great starting wet shaving gear. You made some great choices there. The Rockwell 6S has those interchangeable plates, so you can adjust your shave from a very mild level 1 up to something aggressive, which is level 6. And that's an absolutely ideal razor for any new wet shaver out there, because you'll be able to find the correct balance of mildness and efficiency with those interchangeable base plates. Interchanging them, flipping them around, that sort of thing. Absolutely fantastic razor for a beginner. Really good. I'm assuming you're probably at either level 2 or level 3 with the Rockwell right now. Really terrific choice. The Striling Shaving Soap Executive Man, I have it. Yeah, Striling is absolutely great. They make a wonderful soap base. Lathers a treat, very creamy, very yogurty, wonderful protection, and it comes in at a nice price point. Really, you get a lot of bang for the buck. And of course, I would think that Striling, I guess I'm speaking for everyone in the wet shaving community, because Striling is like the standard in artisan shave soaps out there. As a matter of fact, when I came back to the traditional wet shave, this is what viewers recommend as the first artisan shave soap to try, Striling. And I'm so glad I did. Try their barbershop shaving soap. It's a great barbershop scent, and it gives you great performance. That will go nicely with the Rockwell barbershop aftershave balm that I have. That is a really nice barbershop scent. And again, you could try their aftershave and their barbershop balm as well. Really terrific scents. And the Simpson T3 synthetic brush, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I think it's better than the T2. Give you a little more body in the knot, and it's a nice size. Perfect. Absolutely great start. Now, my backstory, very briefly, is I was an electric razor shaver for years and years. When my folks passed away, I purchased their home. My father had told me for years, you know what, Mark, you get the best shave with a safety razor. Use a safety razor. And I didn't listen to him. I'm so mad that I didn't listen to him. But you know what? I was a stubborn young man. But again, after purchasing their home, after they had passed away, I went into the bathroom to do some cleaning and clean out some things. And I came across my father's shaving gear. And I found his Gillette Super Speed Razor. This is it right here. This is a C1 from first quarter 1957. And by the way, I found that information on the Razor Emporium. If you're looking at vintage razors and you want to know date codes and other information about vintage Gillette razors, Matt Pisarcik and the Razor Emporium, that is the resource to go to, absolutely. But this was in beautiful shape, absolutely beautiful shape. This has not been replated It shaves like a dream. It's absolutely wonderful. But before I use this, I decided to buy my own razor to learn the traditional wet shave because I did not want to use Dad's razor and somehow mess up and become disappointed, that sort of thing. So that's when I got a Vikings Blade Chieftain razor. And this really provided me with a wonderful, wonderful shave and allowed me to learn the traditional wet shave. And one of the big reasons why I bought the Chieftain razor is because it was, well, a couple of reasons. It was twist to open, so easy blade loading, and the end tabs of the blade were enclosed in the razor head. Now, since this version, they have updated the Vikings Blade Chieftain, and they've made the razor head a little more compact. So you do get a little bit of end tab exposure, but nothing that is a deal breaker. But this is the razor that I really started to learn the traditional shave with. And the folks at Vikings Blade liked my initial review that I posted on Amazon of the Vikings Blade Chieftain. And because of that, they started offering me discounts on other razors that I purchased from them very, very happily. And then they supported the channel in many, many ways. And really, they were in my corner early on with this channel. So sincere thanks to everyone at Vikings Blade, because not only do they make a fantastic, fantastic razor, but again, they were with the channel very, very early on. I'm very, very grateful to everyone at Vikings Blade. So I have a number of their razors. So if you're looking for a good adjustable razor at a nice price point, check out the Vikings Blade adjustable razors. They are absolutely wonderful. Now, that's kind of the backstory. So I found my dad's razor. I think he was calling out to me and saying, would you use the Gillette safety razor? Use a safety razor already? And because the bug kind of bit me and I was enjoying the wet shave so much, that's how I started talking about the traditional wet shave on camera on this channel. And I was just making 4 and 5 minute videos. I wanted to learn a little bit about video editing and presentation and that sort of thing. And it just kind of grew and grew and grew. And the wet shaving community really came to the channel and supported it, which is why we are where we're at right now, because of all the viewers out there. So that's kind of the backstory. The channel would not exist without all the great viewers within the wet shaving community. So that's in a nutshell, and I know other viewers out there have heard that story before, so I really appreciate you allowing me to say it, to explain it one more time, kind of in a nutshell. Now, as far as other shave soaps to use, you can use Parasso, which is very good. Cella is very good. Tabak is very good. These are soaps that you could get on Amazon, just off the top of my head. But as far as artisan shave soaps, which is really a step up, try Phoenix Shaving. Really terrific, terrific shave soaps. Those are non-tallow soaps. The Striling soaps are tallow-based. So that'll give you a flavor of what the performance of non-tallow soaps are like. Hendrix Classics and Company, wow, we've talked about them. Great soap base, great performance, great sense. Ariana and Evans, my gosh, those are marvelous. Also, try their new line of shaving creams. Absolutely wonderful. Sudsy Soapery, they make a great shaving soap. They really, really do. Denton Magic, terrific shaving soap, comes in smaller packaging. Both the aftershave and the shave soap allows you to try a wide variety of different shaving soaps and scents without taking up a lot of space in your shave den. Barrister and Man, another really, really good artisan. Spearhead, boy, Spearhead shaving soap, they do these great homages to the Seaforth shaving soaps from years gone by. Boy, those are terrific, absolutely wonderful. Soap Commander, that's another early artisan that I used after I was introduced to artisan shaving soaps like Striling. Soap Commander, I believe, is also non-tallow. They come in a slightly deeper kind of container. Really, really neat, nice performing shave soap. Chiseled Face. Zingari Man is a new one that we saw at the Maggard meetup. Love their aftershave balm. We used that when we were in California. Boy, was that a great performing shaving balm. So check them out. And of course, Boondebeard out of South Africa. Check out the Boondebeard website operated by Philip Sharp at sharpshaver.com for some really great shaving soaps out of South Africa. Love, love, love the Boon de Beard Artisan Shave Soaps. Terrific. There is like ostrich oil in there. Some really, really different kinds of ingredients from on the other side of the planet. Really, really wonderful. So those are some recommendations, kind of in a nutshell. There are definitely more out there, but I was just making a quick list, and this is what came to mind. I was going through all my video reviews and seeing what we've reviewed in the past. These came up, and there are more out there, and hopefully we'll share more with the viewers down the road. Maybe we'll revisit this question again and add some more to this list. And if any of the viewers out there have their favorites, please comment below and let us know, and let Brock know what you're using and how you like that particular Artisan Shave Soap, splash, aftershave balm, that sort of thing. So Brock, thanks very, very much for a terrific question. Thank you for allowing me to give you a little bit of background on my wet shaving journey. I'm so glad to hear that you're taking up the traditional wet shave. Give it time. You know what? Be patient. Do the proper prep. You got a great razor and a great shave soap and a great balm to work with. You may want to look at using an alum block in your post-shave routine. I enjoy using it. That's just a suggestion. But yeah, absolutely. Make sure to use a good pre-shave. You could use a good pre-shave soap from Phoenix Shaving, the Cube 2.0. That's a good one as well. Do the proper prep. Take your time and enjoy your wet shaving journey. Thanks again for the comments, the nice words, and the question, Brock. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.